fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. We Simon Tekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go they strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we they fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west, we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall. Maka Biafra, we don't put our onye ndu. DPM Simon Ekpa,
Witness me, I want to remain in the street because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, We will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots. The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodimma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
Nobody is talking about the agreement and how Nigeria become a country from amalgamation to fake independence to today present Nigeria. They put it under the carpet because nobody have risen up to challenge them. Nobody have risen up to question the existence of Nigeria. Until now, we are questioning it under the Biafra government in exile. And we'll question it with gun, we'll question it with bomb, we'll question it with civility, we'll question it diplomatically, and we'll question it politically. And that is the multi-dimensional approach. That thing they are avoiding to discuss, that particular existence of Nigeria or continuation of Nigeria, they have been avoiding to discuss, will be forced to discuss. They will be forced with the activities and the actions of the Biafra government in 2024. That's where we are going. That's why all these shenanigans, all this their regional government, all this nonsense you see happening are happening today. And they have not actually started hitting the point, because the point remains the continual existence of Nigeria as a country. They are not discussing it. What was the agreement of 1914? What was the agreement thereafter? Independent. What happened for after the 100 years of Nigeria? Nobody is discussing it. Our own British mandate terminated in 2014. That was when the British mandate terminated. When they say you have 100 years, after that we decide. As we are getting closer and closer to the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, coming December 2nd, I want you to understand that in the coming days, there is going to be a lot of propaganda, a lot of lies, media propaganda, manipulation. You must not fall for it. You must not fall a victim of their media propaganda. Simon Ekpa is standing very strong on this planet Earth. I am marching strongly, getting stronger day by day. And I want to assure you that Simon Ekpa is not moved by any shenanigan, by any propaganda or name calling. And we will continue to increase the pressure and the defense of our land brutally. Those who say Simon Ekpa is their problem, Simon Ekpa will remain your problem. Those who say Biafra will not come, you will not live to see Biafra. Or for Aijaga. I told them, Nkita na church Bosowa de Anjo. I am not a gentleman. Do not think that I'm a gentleman because I have been voted as a Biafra Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. I am not that kind of Prime Minister of a state that is an independent state. A Prime Minister is a Prime Minister of freedom fighting, of a country that is in exile, still fighting for freedom. So do not think, because I'm wearing suit, you will do anyhow and you go free with it. No. I'm a no-nonsense person. And I will hunt you with everything in me, legally and otherwise, when I want to. So those who make Simon Ekpa their problem, Simon Ekpa will indeed be your problem. And everything that follows me will be your problem. It is very, very funny that some people, after having had the opportunity to sit in a meeting with me and know how I handle things, they allow devil to possess them. And they begin to make mess of themselves. They fired the first shot, they failed. They fired the second shot, they failed. And they know that I never miss a target. I never miss a target. And I will never miss a target. I will strike when you least expected.
I want to encourage every Biafrans to be very, very, very resolute and focused. The difference between us, the Biafra people, and those that are blackmailing and propagating all manner of falsehood against us is that they are two-faced people, corrupt, very unbalanced people, and we are not two-faced. These people that are parading and spreading all this falsehood against us are those who believe in Biafra and they believe in Nigeria.
All of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Defense Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end. Only one under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who and who is following our Prime Minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So on that note, I welcome everyone. Two email addresses attached to that place. That is the only place you can send your email if you are interested in joining the Biafra Security, Military, Defense Force, and all that. Only through the email. There is no form for now that is out there by the United States of Biafra for recruitment into Security, Defense, Liberation Army. No form at all. Anywhere you see any form, anywhere in Homeland, just know it's from the criminals. Do not fill the form. We see the criminals parading and telling people to voluntarily join. That is criminal. It is not from the United States of Biafra government. All the foot soldiers that are working for the United States of Biafra, they have been sending their application using the approved email in that memo that was sent out for the recruitment of Biafra military and security. And if you go to that memo, there are only 2 emails. Send your request to that email. There is a team that is processing that. There are people that are going to do the interview. They will call you, follow up with you before they can even do anything. Please, for now, any form you see parading in Homeland for people to join Biafra military, just know that it's from the criminal elements. Do not join them. Thank you. Talk about a CRC committee that has been officially dissolved by the Biafra Republic government in exile in a constituted meeting with a vote of 20-9. That committee was dissolved. Then these lobbies went ahead to post on Twitter that the CRC appointed somebody else. I mean, the analysis by our legal department on the action of these lobbies is really very, very grave. I don't know if that lobbies have realized the degree of the harm he did, not just to his profession, but also he tried to do to the government. But thank God, the government has all the documents our case and to prove what we are doing. We had all the documents, and this lobbyist is aware of that. This lobbyist is aware that the United States of Biafra used to be Biafra Republic government in exile, and our prime minister hired him to work for the government. He is fully aware of that. He is fully aware that the Constitution of the United States of Biafra, my signature is there. And this individual he's promoting online, he has no signature in the Constitution of the United States of Biafra. This lobbyist knows that the declaration of the independent state of Biafra, which happened in Finland, has the signature and the name of only two individuals, myself and the Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. This lobbyist has those documents, but he went on Twitter to misinform people that there was a CRC, that a dissolved CRC that met to appoint somebody. This is very, very dangerous. This lobbyist knows the Biafra currency, my signature is there. And this individual deceiving Biafrans, his signature is nowhere in all these documents I am listing. So assuming you as a lobbyist, you want to present Biafra legally to a foreign nation, to a foreign country, which documents are you going to use? Who are you going to call? Whose signatures are there? If you think you don't know, let's presume you are a 17-year-old child, you don't know. But you went on Twitter to post the rubbish you posted. The Biafra Helsinki Charter last year, my signature is there. This misinformation you pass on in Twitter, you know that individual, his signature is nowhere. Our Ambazonia Biafra, a memorandum of understanding we signed last year, my signature is there. Other members here, few people here, their signature is also in that document. The individual, this lobbyist, you think you are promoting, you've already gone down with him. He has dragged you down. And so shall it be. Anybody that truly is a Biafran, that follows this individual, you will go down with him. That is a promise.
There is no money in the zoo. If you don't take your money, start to withdraw your money from the bank. Oh, I have been saying it. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. The country is collapsing economically. There is no money in the zoo. There is no money. We have been warning you. Take your money away from the banks in the zoo. The zoo is collapsing. But some of you won't listen now.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, 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 welcome. I appreciate every Biafran that has joined us on today's program. It is another Monday, and remember, a special day to every Biafran. I welcome everyone that has joined us on this platform. If you are watching us from Facebook, I welcome you. If you're watching from TikTok, I welcome you. If you are joining me from YouTube, David Herbert channel, where I am hosting this program, I appreciate you. I welcome you immensely. Thank you for being there. You all are the reason I am always here every morning. And for those who are joining us for the very first time, I want to remind you or let you know, in case you are seeing this video for the very first time or you come across this for the very first time, this platform is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the order and control of the Deputy Prime Minister, the COS, Dr. NGOZIOrabueze. Now you know where we stand. It is your choice either to pay attention and listen or not. If you want to hear information coming from the United States of Biafra, You are welcome. There is only one United States of Biafra, not two. There is only one. One United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, not two. And if that is what you are searching for, you are in the right place. Fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom across the world that are watching, I want to remind you that in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. What we do in this platform is to promote the freedom of the people. What we do is to bring out the true situation of things in Biafra land and in Nigeria as a whole. We are here to expose the atrocities of Nigerian government against its own citizens, more especially against the Biafran people. In this platform, we debunk every lie against the Biafran people, every lies against our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NGOZIOrabueze, every lies against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, every lies against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In this platform, we set the record straight and we say it exactly the way it is, without minding who is involved. Only the truth can set you free. We are not here for blackmail or propaganda. I welcome every one of you once again. Today is a special day, Monday, a day that has been set aside by all the Biafran people, unanimously agreeing that every Monday would be a sit at home. It has been happening for the past 3 years. Every Monday, Biafrans are sitting at home. Nobody is being forced. This is an agreement that Biafrans reached within themselves and found it wise that they will engage in this civil disobedience to make demands to the oppressor and to send a statement to the world on the situation in Biafra land. Every Monday, Biafrans come together to sit at homes, and the main reasons why they sit at home is to demand for the unconditional release of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and every other Biafran political detainees in Nigeria. More especially those who have been transferred to different prisons in the north that nobody knows about them. We use this Monday to demand for their unconditional release. We also use this Monday to make a strong statement to the world, to let the world know that Nigerian government have lost legitimacy in Biafran territory. We'll let the world know that every political appointee from Nigeria in Biafran territory has lost legitimacy. They has no right or control over Biafra land. We use this Monday as a direct and strong referendum that the whole world must pay attention to show the support that the Biafran people have for their government. We use this Monday to show the world that the United States of Biafra has legitimacy in Biafra land and they are totally in charge of Biafra land, and whatever they say goes. Any other person parading him or herself in Biafran territory to be in control is fake. You can attest to that by every Monday you go to Biafra land, it is a total lockdown. Biafrans observe the sit at home. Even on the major holidays, which is Christmas, we saw it that Biafrans were all sitting at home. Even in the celebration mood, Biafrans observe the sit at home. Nobody was forced. Nobody was enforcing it. And nobody has ever enforced sit at home. Each time you hear that sit at home is being enforced, it has always been a false flag of operation. An operation that has always been organized by the Department of DSS. They have done that again and again. They have done that on several occasions, just to make sure that they implicate or destroy what we are doing, or they want to show us to the world as people who are troublesome, troublemakers. Every one of us know the strategies of the zoo. It is not difficult to know what they do. They have done it again and again, and their strategy is just one: duplicating whatever you are doing to use it to fight against you. They have done it even against those who we are fighting for a better Nigeria. We saw them do it during the time of the NSAS. Innocent people lost their life. We also saw it when they did it during the time of the protests on bad governance. In our own time, we will never back down. Biafrans, we have seen it all, and no amount of propaganda or blackmail can make us run away from the pursuit of our freedom. Today being Monday is a very important day, and I advise and beg any journalists across the world, wherever you are and you come across this video, independent journalists, we are calling on you to go down to Biafran territory, get informations, and put them out by yourself, raw. We are not just telling you to believe what we say, we are only calling your attention for you to know what is going on in Biafran territory. Because we are going through, no media is reported it. The Nigerian media will never report it. The international media will not report it. No conventional media reports what is going on in Biafra land. The loss of life in Biafra land, even in Nigeria as a whole, the loss of life on daily basis is not reported. The government have turned a blind eye to it and blanketed it and ordered the media not to discuss it. If you care about humanity, you care about human life, and you are a journalist, could you please go to the southeastern part of Nigeria and see for yourself what is going on and make a comprehensive report on your own? I'm not telling you to believe what I say. Go and make investigation. There are many investigative journalists out there. Go to Biafra land, see things for yourself, and give your own report. Your own independent report. That's what we ask for. We are not asking you to favor us. This is a situation that the whole world are complicit in because they have refused to report it. They are very much aware of the atrocities of the Nigerian government against its own citizens, against the Biafran people, because you have the United Nations in Nigeria. You have Amnesty International office in Nigeria. But each time they pretend not to say this thing. We saw an interview that was considered in NGOZI that I saw recently, though I didn't have it here. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to get it and play, where they were questioning Musa about the atrocities of its military, the terrorist military against people. They denied it, as always. We have sent a lot of evidence, have reported them to ICC on several occasions. Many of the officials and chief of staffs and presidents have been reported to the Amnesty International, to the ICC, but yet, up to now, none of them has been called. None of them have been arrested. So they feel that nothing is going to happen. Even when they conducted kidnapping, extraordinary rendition against international law, nothing was done against them. And they went ahead to take the man who they kidnapped to court. And they have been dragging on, going to 4 years now, dragging. And the world kept silent. The world is complicit in the atrocities of the Nigerian government, without a doubt. And you ask me why? Because they have refused to act when they need to act. Nigeria has violated every international law known to man, every human rights law known to man. Yet, there has not been any sanction against them. Even when they were given an order to release Mazen Nandekan, to refuse, That order elapsed. 6 good months it elapsed. Up to this moment, there has not been any charge against Nigeria, no sanction against Nigeria. Instead, the international communities are colluding with Nigeria, strengthening their bilateral relationship and creating more problem in that country called Nigeria. Today, you can see the criminal terrorist government getting itself involved with another terrorist government in the West. Every one of us in Africa knows the role France is playing in terrorism in Africa. France is a major player. When it comes to terrorism in Africa, France is a major player, directly and indirectly. They terrorize us economically. They terrorize us financially. They terrorize us on every way you can think about. No sane country in Africa today will be calling in France at this point in time when their evil and atrocity is open and obvious. But we woke up and we saw that the Nigerian government, upon all the countries of the world, the only country they saw to bring into their territory is that same terrorist government. A terrorist country like themselves, France, was the one they brought in to give them a base in Nigeria. And they are bold to showcase it before the whole world. What is their purpose of bringing France? It is nothing else than to destabilize the West African country. The purpose of France is to destabilize the West African country because they have lost in West Africa. The Francophone countries are driving them away. They have lost Niger. After terrorizing Niger, through terrorizing Niger economically and terrorizing Niger in all ramifications, Niger found their voice and they left. And they gave them a quick notice. Ivory Coast did the same thing. After seeing their terrorism, Ivory Coast sent them away and said they don't have nothing to do with them anymore. Mali saw the same thing. These are 3 West African countries, strong countries. Sent France away and say enough is enough. What did we see? The next morning you saw Nigeria Today dancing on bed with France, romancing on bed with France, enabling France to attack a fellow West African country. That is what we are seeing. They can interpret it the way they want to interpret it. We are not dumb. We are not dumb. We are Africans and we are smart. In as much as there are so many of us who, because of I don't know what to explain, out of their stupidity and ignorance, wickedness, envy and jealousy, have decided to pitch their tent in the territory of foolishness. But Africans are not foolish. We have a lot of smart people out there who are doing wonderfully well. But in Nigeria today, you see what is happening. That is why I tell you that Nigeria is one of the major problems of Africa. When you get it right, if Nigeria continues to exist, Africa can never strive. The purpose why the British created Nigeria was to make sure they use Nigeria to hold Africa captive. That is the purpose of creating Nigeria, to hold Africa captive. And that is why they are quick to advertise Nigeria as the most populated African country. What a shame. The most populated African country that cannot feed itself, cannot defend itself, cannot provide anything for itself. The most populated African country with the poorest people in the planet Earth. The only purpose of keeping those people, those population together, is to continue to use them to manipulate and cause confusion in Africa. But I bet you the Biafrans have come to end it all. That is why anybody that cares about humanity, if you care about human life, your project should be to support Biafra the best way you can, in any way you can. In any way you can, you must add your voice for the freedom of Biafra. If you care about humanity in Africa, the atrocities of the zoo cannot be overemphasized. And they are open and obvious. Those who are manipulating us are making sure that African countries do not survive. And they have found Nigeria as an instrument of distraction and destruction. They have been playing that role from the onset. Africa cannot stand except Biafra leaves Nigeria. That is why the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, said, in Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra, Africa will resurrect. Any day Biafra gets their independence, Africa will see light. And we can see the light shining at the right spot as we are today. The declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra have been made. And every single one of us today is in line and pursuing the rising sun. You see the kind of attack that is coming against that declaration. You see the way the enemies are sponsoring attack inside and outside to make sure that that recognition does not come. It's not ordinary. The Biafran people have done everything that has to be done humanly, legally, peacefully to see that freedom comes. Not just to the Biafran, freedom to every indigenous person in that country called Nigeria and in extension to Africa. But Nigerian governments, as constituted by the West, Nigerian government as put in place by the British, have always made it that the sponsorship of terrorism will not stop. And as long as Nigeria continues to exist, terrorism will not stop in West Africa. As long as Nigeria continues to exist, terrorism will not stop. That is the role that they are meant to play for the British and for the West. That is why you see every direction they are taking is negative, is against the resurrection and freedom of Africa. Whatever direction Nigeria moves, it's always against the freedom of Africa. If not, how could you be bringing the enemy at the border of your brother? Your brother succeeded in sending the enemy, the oppressor, the slave master away. Instead of you to help them to protect the border, now you are bringing the enemy close to the border. And I bet you, be careful what you wish for. That thing you wish for, including all of you that are answering One Nigeria. Those of you that are answering One Nigeria, be careful what you wish for, because that thing you are looking for is definitely going to come. And when it comes, it is going to rain upon you heavily. As for we Biafran, I can bet you the Biafran people are much more prepared than anybody in West Africa. You come to Nigeria, Biafrans is much prepared than any other region. And already, we have made it clear that we are not part of Nigeria. That is why the declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra on the 29th of November is something that everybody must thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for. You don't know what Chukwu Okike Abiama did for us. You didn't know what Dr. NGOZIOrabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister, COS interim, you don't know what she has done for you and I to make sure that that declaration wasn't made. Because that declaration have built a barrier. That declaration have differentiated us from us and the Nigeria. When the fire is going to burn them, it will consume them without Biafra in it. This fire that the drug baron is lighting in Nigeria, when it is going to burn, it will consume them without involving Biafra in it. I urge every one of you, if you know the best way to support now, begin to do it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Dear friends, we are more than prepared. Do not get distracted. It does not matter what you hear or what you see. Gone are the days when they preach their lies and propaganda. Gone are the days when they tell you things that are not obtainable. Some of you, you saw the video I played when I was starting this program. Each day they come out and tell you about your founding fathers, your founding mothers, your founding this and founding that. Those you call your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. You heard it from Mazen Nandekan. And I beg to play that video again for you to listen. For those who cares, listen carefully to what Mazen Nandekan said about the people you call your founding father today. Listen carefully. Maybe you will understand when you hear from the supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan. Hear it once again.
I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a child's play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
Did you see that? It is in a plain language. The message is there for you. But when you go, you see them, those who call themselves intellectuals, they come to their conventional media and they begin to tell you about their founding fathers, how they created one Nigeria for them and all that. These are individuals that never ever believe in whatever called one Nigeria. And you heard it in that very speech of our School of Mazen Nandekan. They themselves warned that if Nigeria does not go their separate ways, that what is going to happen to Nigeria will be a child's play to what happened in Congo. These warnings are there. And today you are surprised what you are seeing in Nigeria. You see how people are being kidnapped and murdered on a daily basis. There are so many videos and informations coming on a daily basis. So many of them, I cannot be able to share them on this platform. You see how the terrorists are kidnapping in the north, more especially in the north. You see how the Hausas are decimated. And there's one I just watched. I watched some hours ago. So many informations coming. How the Fulani terrorists are kidnapping in the northern part of Nigeria, kidnapping citizens, Nigerian citizens, the Hausas. They kidnap them, they make a video, they show the video, and they shoot the zone they will shoot. They use them to threaten others in video, and nobody is doing anything about it. And you can see the report on the conventional media. Nobody talks about it. Nobody. And these are the people who formed this nonsense, their so-called founding father. They warned you, even before now, they warned you that if you do not go your separate ways, what is going to happen in Nigeria will be worse than whatever you have seen in this world. And today you are seeing it. Is there any other place in the world where you have the kind of things that's happening in Nigeria is happening? No. There is no place on the planet Earth, including war zone, where you will see the loss of life we see in Nigeria. No place on the planet Earth. If you know any other place that you have such a thing, please write on the comment section, type it on the comment section and let's know. If there is any other place on this planet Earth where you have the loss of life the way you have in Nigeria today, type on the comment section and tell us. In Nigeria, thousands of people are losing their life on a daily basis. The Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, they are uncountable, and new ones are springing up on a daily basis, kidnapping innocent citizens and taking ransom. Boko Haram is no longer news. People are no longer talking about Boko Haram. Boko Haram is busy taking over bases. And when they take over these bases, these people will deny it and they tell it didn't happen. But we have videos to support this, though we cannot share them online. The recent attack of Boko Haram, where they took over their base, we have video evidence. But yet, their chief of army staff will come online and deny it. These are things that have video evidence. You will see Nigerian soldiers, you hear their voice where they complain and talk about what transpired. We'll see pictures, we'll see videos, we'll see voice notes. But yet, when you come to conventional media, the chief of army staff will deny it. Boko Haram have decimated Nigerian military time and time again. Ragtag Boko Haram that was chased away by Niger. Niger, we are able to eradicate them from their territory. They are no longer in their territory. Coupled with the fact that France have been driven away, France was the one using them to destabilize Niger, to threaten Niger. Now France is no longer in Niger. They have pushed them away from France, and Boko Haram fully now in Nigeria, operating with their base. And finally, the stupid person that called your president went and brought France, who is the sponsor of Boko Haram, to continue to come there, to pamper them, associate with them, and use them against Niger, as they have always been doing. In all parts of Nigeria, you will see loss of life through banditry, criminalism, the military itself. Because when you begin to talk about the loss of life in Nigeria, it is not far-fetched. Because why we don't even mention the Boko Haram anymore is that the Boko Haram have been fully reintegrated into the military. Nigeria has no military as we speak. Everybody in the uniform of Nigeria today is a terrorist. These are terrorists. Those who are genuine have resigned and retired. And those of them who are not ready to retire, you go and you see they have tendered for their resignation. Thousands of them have their resignation letters. And few of them who are just there because of poverty and how they can be able to manage themselves are there. Nigeria has no military. And when I say this, I'm not telling you to believe it. If you are an investigative journalist and you follow events, go and make investigation for yourself on the situation on the ground. This is why we are coming online on the list to call attention. Because this report, you can't find it anywhere in the media. International media is not paying attention to it. The conventional media will never report it. But we have sworn and take it upon ourselves that as long as we live, we will not allow them to take over our own land, the Biafra land. And that is why we are not only speaking, we are acting, taking action on the ground. We are doing things to call the attention of the world. One of the things we are engaging in is the civil disobedience that you are seeing today being Monday. Biafra land today being Monday is on total lockdown. It doesn't need, you saw, they will always put, you saw the one in Enugu, the idiot in Enugu, Mba, invited the drug baron in Enugu, and he was saying that sit at home have stopped. Today, I'm going to show you the videos that are going to come from Enugu. And this is how they continue to pay their lives. They have fixed their fellow criminals in all parts of Biafra land. And that is why the Biafra people came out and they cast the vote of no confidence on them. So any one of them that is speaking, he's not speaking for us. They are speaking for themselves. They are speaking for themselves. When we cast the votes of no confidence, it was done in public. And every one of you saw it. Biafrans came out and they voted massively that they do not want to have anything to do with the zoo anymore. That anybody that represents the zoo Biafra territory is on his own. You are not representing Biafrans. They made it clear. But they continue to pretend. They continue to come online to showcase their games, to deceive those that are going to deceive. But Biafrans have stood their ground. It's getting to 3 years now, Biafrans have stood their ground. Continuously. More than 3 years now, Biafrans. Every Monday, a total lockdown. Nobody is being forced. Even when they try to use their DSS to create another force to say that it's been enforced, using all those they employ, the Asare Dokubomen to enforced sit at home in order to blackmail. They thought by doing that we will stop. They didn't know that the Biafrans are prepared. They didn't know that we are prepared, and no amount of blackmail, no amount of propaganda, no amount of lies will make us to change our mind and stop doing what we are doing, because we know we are on the right path. Biafrans all over the world came together and they casted a vote. And in that vote for self-referendum, I don't know whether some of you read the content of that vote. I don't know whether Biafrans read the content of that vote, that very form you used to vote. It's like some of us didn't read it. Because if every Biafran have read that thing, there is no way some people today, we refuse to go forward and they are remaining in Briggy. If you have read the content of that very self-referendum, there is no way today you will still be talking about Briggy and listening to some people that have double name and double identity. The irrelevant group of set of people. There is no way you'll be paying attention to them. But it is obvious that some of us did not pay attention to the content of that very self-referendum. We are more than 50 million. More than 50, almost 60 million people came out and they cast a vote and say that they want to get out of the zoo. They gave the mandates to the government of the United States of Biafra through our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, who was in charge of the government. The government of Mazi Simon Ekpa was given that mandate, and that government stands. That government have never disappointed us. Every one of us that can testify that the government of Mazi Simon Ekpa has never disappointed us. Why is it that a time that Mazi Simon Ekpa is just out for some time, now you no longer believe on that government? Why is it that just because our Prime Minister went out for a minute, you no longer believe on that man, on that government that you gave mandate? Just like we're talking about the drug baron in Nigeria today, who is Tinubu. Tinubu government is in charge. Whether Tinubu travel and goes anywhere he goes, the government will continue to function because already there are cabinet and things that are formed. Somebody is there to manage it. And that is how it works. Today you have Trump coming up. Trump is already forming his government. When he comes on board, whether he travels or he's around, his government will continue to run. And there is somebody who is in charge. There are people, levels of ranking. Everyone knows his rank and position. But today, after every one of us have given that mandate, yet you see some idiots coming together today to fight against the same government that have fought for them. The government of Obatobiye. The government of Obatobiye, under which the COS of the Biafran government was being instituted, elected, voted for in the cabinet. Today, some group of people came and they are fighting that government. And some people are listening to them. And I asked, does it mean that you didn't pay attention to the content of the card you used to vote? That card you used for the voting. When you were voting, you didn't read it. You didn't read the written words there. It is because you didn't read it. That is why today you are supporting somebody who have refused to recognize the United States of Biafra. After declaration on the 29th of November, some group of people began to fight against that declaration, and they have refused to recognize that very declaration. They refuse to move forward. They remain backward. The only reason you are listening to them is because you are not paying attention. I did not read the content of the vote. And I want to show you the content of the self-referendum vote so that you can be able to take back your mind. Maybe, just maybe, you can begin to reason well. For those who are not reasoning properly or those who say they are confused, there is nothing to confuse you. You only choose to confuse yourself. What you are seeing here now is the self-referendum vote that you have. This is the card, the word that was printed on that card that you used for self-referendum. For those of us who made our own vote online, this is what was written on that very vote that he casted. More than 50 million people, close to 60 million people that voted. This was what they voted for. This is the card. That is what you are looking at. What you are looking at is that self-referendum card. That is what you are looking at. I hope you can see it clearly. You can see the card. What does the card say? I want to read it. The card said, do you approve this proposed declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra to establish of Lord's sovereign nation of Biafra from Nigeria? Which will be called the United States of Biafra, USB. And you said yes. Except you said no. Except you said no. And if you said no, you are not going to be part of the 50 million plus that I'm talking about. You're not part of them. If you have voted and you said no, you are not part of that number. Because after this rap, you see it, yes or no. Yes or no. So if you voted no in red, you will not be counted as one of these almost 60 million we're talking about. But the 60 million we're talking about are people that voted yes. And those that voted yes, look at what they voted for. Look at it. Do you approve this proposed declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra to re-establish of lost sovereign nation of Biafra from Nigeria, which will be called the United States of Biafra, which will be called the United States of Biafra? And you said yes. Then on the 29th of November, we went to Finland and that declaration was made based on this agreement that you signed. And all of a sudden, today you have refused to embrace the United States of Biafra. Somebody is taking parading, brigging here and there, and you are paying attention to them. It's either you did not read the self-referendum vote before you voted, or you are just being malicious and wicked in your approach, trying to deceive yourself because of your evil agenda and criminality. And I bet you, if you're one of those criminals, your criminality will not be for too long. In a very short while, you will be exposed. And all the evil that you are doing and planning to do will fail. My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, we have come a very long way. And we must not allow anything to take us back. It is forward ever and backward never. And as we speak, Biafrans are responding. Our first fundraising of the year was massive. I appreciate everyone that participated in one way or the other. That is the way to go. And every one of you, wherever you are, you must continue to do your part. One of the things we have to do today is the recognition of Biafra and the defense of Biafra land. The restoration on the ground, that full restoration, cannot happen without full defense. And in that full restoration, that is where every one of you have a role to play. The restoration of Biafra on the ground, you have a role to play. I have a role to play. And it is because of that restoration, which our Prime Minister has spoken about before now. He made it clear. Master Samanaka made it clear that after the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, it will be a different ballgame. We will defend our territory. Mazen Nandekan also said it. That's after the declaration this time that we are going to defend it. That it cannot be like before. And that is where we are today. That is why the Biafran government is doing the recruitment. The recruitment of the Liberation Army of Biafra has commenced fully. And wherever you are, the link has been provided by the government of Biafra through the handles. If you're not on Twitter, please make sure you're on Twitter. Make sure you have a Twitter account so that you can be accessing this information yourself. So you wouldn't be confused or you wouldn't be asking some unnecessary questions. Because sometimes I hear certain questions that I think is not supposed to be asked. Every one of us saw when that very post was made that Biafrans should apply through an email, not form. If anybody is giving you any form to fill in Biafra land, run for your life. Run for your life. They are not there for you. If you see anybody giving you a form to fill, run for your life. The Deputy Prime Minister made it clear. The Secretary of Information, when he passed that very information, it was very clear that the application should be sent through an email, which was provided. There were 2 emails that were provided. So all you need to do is to go back to the government's platform on X, the United States of Biafra platform on X. From there, you are going to get the accurate information and you're going to see the email for yourself, and then you apply if you want to be part of the Liberation Army. Send in your application through the email. That is why it is important that you follow up and also make sure you are on X for you to access this information yourself. It is not everything that we are going to be bringing and breaking down for you. There are certain information that you must access, or when you hear rumors, you just go there and confirm if it is true or not. That is the only way you can be able to access this information, because if you do not have access to most of this information, you'll be deceived. You'll be deceived. Because sometimes those of us who are on media, you might write us and we will not respond on time, and you end up making the wrong choice. Or maybe you might send a message when we are busy with other activities or some other responsibilities, and we're not able to respond. But when you have access, you can go online by yourself and get answers to these questions by your own self. That is why every time I come online, I try to advertise the government handle so that every one of us can be able to access it. I always advertise it, and I don't know why people are not paying attention. When I see some people making some certain requests, I begin to wonder, does it mean you have not been there all this while, or you intentionally decide to keep silent? One of the informations I always preach here is to show you those handles that you must follow. This is Biafran government handle, the United States of Biafra government. On X, if you are not on X, try as much as possible to go on X. You are going to see the United States of Biafra government verified account. When you go there, every information you see on this verified account is just the way it is. So those of you who are watching me on YouTube, I believe you are seeing it. This platform I'm showing you now is the platform of the government. This is where you can get every update. Whatever you see here is the truth and nothing but the truth. When you hear all those propaganda outside, you hear them talking of this or that outside, you don't need to trouble yourself. Just like last week when people were worried, they said they want to bring back to Nigeria, they want to extradite him, that the chief of army staff said that he be extradited. There are certain informations you don't pay attention to. There are certain news you don't listen to. And I've always advised Biafrans, pay close attention to those media that are standing with the United States of Biafra. Nigerian media can never give you fact. Nigerian media can never give you the truth. Nigerian media will never tell you the exact information. They will never. What they do is propaganda, and they are being paid. Their journalists do not go out, they sit in their office, and information will be sent to them from Asorok. And whatever Asorok tells them to say is what they say. So for those of you who are paying attention to conventional media, sorry to disappoint you. You are only going to cause heartache for yourself. They are going to cause heartache for yourself. When you are worried, go to the government platform, United States of Biafra platform. Whatever you see there is the truth. And whatever you did not see there doesn't exist. somebody is telling you about extradition of myself, and some of them will begin to make some conspiracy theory. Some of them will come out and they're telling you how the West economy work, how the West politics work, how the Western politics is going to bring Mazi Simon Ekpa into Nigeria, how through the Western politics they will kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa and send it to Nigeria without even going to court. And they think they are talking to fools like themselves. And some of us are worried. You don't need to get worried. To save you the stress, maybe you don't have enough information. Because if for those of us who have enough information, those kind of propaganda doesn't move us. When we see them write those nonsense, it doesn't move us. Those of us who are aware, we are solid already and we don't pay attention to their nonsense. We are not moved. But those of us who doesn't have enough information, they are the ones that are worried. And remember, Mazi Simon Ekpa told us that these things are going to happen. Some of us, we are not paying attention. Did you remember that Mazi Simon Ekpa warned us about this propaganda when it's going to come? I just played the video. That after the declaration of Biafra, propaganda, don't pay attention to propaganda. And I want to play it for you to hear the voice of Mazi Simon Ekpa when he was warning us about this propaganda you are seeing today.
As we are getting closer and closer to the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, coming December 2nd, I want you to understand that in the coming days, there is going to be a lot of propaganda, a lot of lies, media propaganda, manipulation. You must not fall for it. You must not fall a victim of their media propaganda. Simon Ekpa is standing very strong on this planet Earth. I am marching strongly, getting stronger day by day. And I want to assure you that Simon Ekpa is not moved by any shenanigan, by any propaganda or name calling. And we will continue to increase the pressure and the defense of our land brutally.
Maybe you didn't hear it properly. Maybe you're not paying attention. I want you to listen to this warning once again. This was a warning that Mazi Simon Ekpa gave before he went on silence, before he went to represent Biafra on the questioning. This was a warning. So why are you worried? It is because you're not paying attention. Maybe you didn't hear it. Hear it once again. That warning.
As we are getting closer and closer to the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, coming December 2nd, I want you to understand that in the coming days, there is going to be a lot of propaganda, a lot of lies, media propaganda, manipulation. You must not fall for it. You must not fall a victim of their media propaganda. Simon Ekpa is standing very strong on this planet Earth. I am marching strongly, getting stronger day by day. And I want to assure you that Simon Ekpa is not moved by any shenanigan, by any propaganda or name calling. And we will continue to increase the pressure and the defense of our land brutally.
So, my fellow Biafrans, I urge you not to get distracted. Follow the platforms of the government. This is the government platform, or follow Dr. NGOZIOrabueze's platform on X, the Deputy Prime Minister. Her handle is also there. Let me show you her handle in case you're confused. This one you are seeing here is the United States of Biafra handle on X. Every information you need, you just get in there and you get the information you want. It's as simple as ABC. This one is the Deputy Prime Minister handle. This one you are seeing now. This, her handle. NGOZIOrabueze, Chief of Staff, Brigade. Verified account. This is her verified account. All you need to do there, go there, follow her. You get update and information. Anything you hear, just go there and see if it is there. If it is not there, ignore it. Ignore it. It's not true. This is the only place we have our own source of information. Or you can follow the Secretary for Information, Dr. Agi. Follow Secretary of Information, Dr. Agi, on her own platform. When you follow her on her platform, everything you see there is verified. You don't need to stress yourself or get yourself worked up. These are informations that you need to have on your desk. Once you are following these platforms, you will not be confused, and you will not be asking unnecessary questions, and you will not be disturbed. You will not be having heartache unnecessarily with those propaganda of the zoo, because what they are known for is only propaganda, to distract you and make sure they make you feel weak. So this is the updates today. Let me show you the updates that we have there, those we have to look into. These are updates we have on the government platform. These are updates. This is the sit at home that we are observing today. The sit at home that we're observing today, the update was there. So for those who come and ask, oh, is there a sit at home or not? You don't need to ask. Just go to the government platform. You will find out the update. And look at another latest information that we have. Don't forget that the recruitment also is here. Let me see where that recruitment information was passed about the recruitment of soldiers of Biafra. The recruitment information is also here posted, so that you wouldn't say you didn't see it or you didn't hear it. Every detail is always here. Once you come here, you will get the information. Know the platform to follow and platform not to follow. Warnings about the fraudulent platforms, you get all the warnings here, where you'll be warned not to follow some certain places that are wrong. Every update, once you come here, you'll be seeing the updates from the government platform. It's always posted. This one is, let's see the update. Yeah, this was the warning about the IPOB in USA.org. The government already said that it has nothing to do with that IPOB in USA.org. So those of you who are making donation through that very place, you are wasting your time and wasting your money, and you are sponsoring the enemy against yourself. That is why these informations are very important. This information are very important. Some who are asking questions of what is happening and what that, all those informations, you get it here. Update of Biafra. Once you are following in this platform, you don't have any reason to be confused or say you are told this or that. No reason for that. No reason to be confused. Who is in charge and who is not in charge? Every information is here. I'm looking for that recruitment notice that was sent out. Let me check if this is the recruitment. United States of Biafra Government, Rigi, de facto, Biafra Town, Confederation Capital Territory, New Jersey, Biafra. Okay, no, this one is an appointment. Yeah, letter of appointment. Like those of you who doesn't know who is in charge of your own area, you don't know the administrator on your own child or your admin on your own area. You come here, you're going to see the admin, the new admins that have been appointed. Every new admin that has been appointed is been announced on the government platform, made clear for everybody to see. It's made clear. Nothing is done in the secret. It's always done in the open. So once you follow up, you will get every single update. Every single update and response. You'll be seeing them on this very platform. Sorry. Is there, when you scroll down, I think you're going to see that also here, scroll down on the Deputy Prime Minister's platform. You see all those information. So let's go to the other updates that are there from the government platform. These updates are very important that you follow them. That is when you follow it, you don't need to wait for anybody to begin to tell you about it or preach them to you. You have it in your fingers, so you can know what is happening. Nobody's going to distract you. So when people push their propaganda, you will join to counter them and also respond to them immediately. So this is the sit at home that we're observing today. And look at this one. This one is one of the latest updates that is there. Breaking. An established salary structure has been approved for all United States of Biafra decentralized military personnel to be paid by the USB government. And the fund will go directly to the individual account. No more third party. USB military will be one of the best in the world. You see, a salary structure has been made available for every Biafran soldier. Nothing like give somebody to give to you. No, through your own account directly. The money will be paid directly to your own account. A salary structure has been made available. So everyone that is passing through this recruitment today, that is why we have to pass through a very tough process. You go through that email, sending your application through the email. Once you are interrogated and your application has been approved, information about you being gathered, you will be getting your salary directly, no third party, directly in your account, directly into your own account, no third party. Because we are running a government. We have the United States. That is one thing people fail to understand. When you claim, you declare, and you have a government, you have to be behaving like a government. After declaration, you don't declare Biafra and you still begin to act as an organization. You don't declare Biafra and you still begin to act as a rebel. No. Once you declare Biafra, you begin to act the way a government operates. Make everything open. Make everything known to your people. Follow all the international laws. Follow all the Geneva Convention laws. Obey all human rights laws. This is what the government of Biafra today is doing. Obey all laws. That is why, you know, when the announcement of this recruitment was made, some were attacking the recruitment. They say, how can you be recruiting outside? Will you say because the Nigerian government don't want you to go, you yourself don't want to go? We are gone already. Whatever we do or our decision today is not determined by the Nigerian government. Nigerian government does not determine what we do and how we do it. Not anymore. If you truly believe on that declaration that was made on the 29th of November 2024, there is no reason you begin to have afraid and look sideways at this. Our main utmost purpose today has to be on how to defend our territory. Protect it, and you have to show the world that you can be able to protect and defend yourself. How are you going to do it? Are you going to do it by hiding? Are you going to do it by secretly? No, we will do it by ability, and we have the good number. We will have a number of, not just by telling us, oh, we have so number here, we have these people here. No, we want to have the exact number of the military of Biafra. We don't want to have good soldiers like Nigeria. We don't have to have ghost soldiers like Nigeria, where somebody will receive salary and tell you have about 5 million workers. Why is only one person there? We don't want that in Biafra land. Every statistic in Biafra has to be updated and accurate. That is why that recruitment has started online. You send your email through that true email that was sent. You send your applications. It will be processed by experts. When they process it and see that you're qualified, you will be sent in for the training. Once you finish, your information will be getting and you will be receiving your salary. You can see it. An established salary structure has been approved for all United States of Biafra decentralized military personnel to be paid by USB government, and the fund will be directly to the individual account. No more third party. USB military will be one of the best in the world. This is an update. So don't say you are not told or you didn't hear, or you begin to call and ask, oh, is it true? Go to the platform. That is why you must be in all those platforms. You must be there and floating up. That's it. Salary structure for the Biafran decentralized military personnel. It is printed wide and open. Very, very clear. Very, very clear. Once you go there, you get the information that you need. This is another one. This one is a conscription / recruitment of interested Biafrans into Biafran security, BLF, BDF, Air Force, Navy, open. USB Defense Secretary. Exactly. That is the one I was looking for. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Change of email for recruitment. Use this email only for United States of Biafra military recruitment. Exactly. Look at the email. For those of you who want to be part of it, go to the platform of our Deputy Prime Minister or to the platform of the government, you will see the email where you will send the application. It is written here. The old email have been changed. Look at it, it's written here. Use this email only for United States of Biafra military recruitment. The email is biafradepartments@gmail.com. biafradepartments@gmail.com. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's the email. biafradepartment@gmail.com. So for those of you who don't know that email, you can see it here. Some people are calling me privately, we are writing me, what is the email? What is the email? Look at the email here. Once you go to the platform of our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NGOZIOrabueze, her platform is NGOZIOrabueze, Chief of Staff Brigade, verified account. Or you go to the United States of Biafra platform, verified. You will see the email there. Send in your application. Once it's approved, you process and you pass through the training, you're qualified, then every other thing is going to follow suit. It's going to follow suit. This one is another response. This one is another response. Let me see the response. They say, breaking, the dragon is coming. Yeah. Some of you who are worried, you're worried, writing me every time, some calling me privately, sending messages. Oh, what is happening to our Prime Minister? We heard that this one happened. All these informations, you're not supposed to be worried about it if you're following the event. You're not supposed to worry because the update is always coming. The update is always coming. Look at it. Breaking, the dragon is coming. Hello, madam. It is impossible, according to Finland law, to extradite its own citizen and release him to Nigeria. There is no bilateral contract existing between Finland and Nigeria concerning releasing suspect of crime from Finland to Nigeria or vice versa. These rumors and gossip are being spread here too. Amusing fact is that Finland has not received any official request from Nigerian government whatsoever. Nothing of that kind. This letter that is being posted here is brought by from Finland, I think from the lawyer. The lawyer said, this rumor and gossip are being spread here too. Amusing fact is that Finland has not received any official request from Nigeria government whatsoever. Nothing of that kind. And for now, what we know is that the crime Simon is suspected of aggravating publicly is mildly sanctioned. It is nothing like severe crime. For now, we do not know if police can put together something more in pre-trial investigation. All and all, there is no way Nigerian government can get their hand into Simon's court processes. Finland. And some of you, after reading this, you will still come here and you ask me a question. Some of you who don't even go to read. You're not paying attention. You are still following bloggers. Bloggers who are seeking for viewers. You're following bloggers who are seeking for viewers, who are dragging and seeking for attention. You are following them. And you will come and you trouble us with questions. Follow the platform of the government. This is the update of today's Sit at Home. This was posted about 50 minutes ago. This is update of today, Sit at Home. This update. This update. This is today's update. So you wouldn't tell me you're confused. Some of them will come and tell you that the Sit at Home is not holy. Nobody is sitting at home. No, this one is not happening. They will bring false news everywhere. This is what Nigerian government is. But I thank you for the social media. In social media, We will not allow them to trample upon us. We will not allow them to push through their propaganda blackmail. We will continue to decimate them and decimate them for good. We will never, ever, ever allow them to pull us down. No matter how they try to stop us, we will not allow them to stop us. We will continue to push out this information to educate Biafrans and let Biafrans know what is on board and what is going on. Regardless their propaganda, regardless their blackmail, we will continue to make points and tell Biafrans the truth and nothing but the truth. That is at home, ongoing in Biafra land. And sit at home. Very few sit at home for the year. Everywhere is locked down. The markets are shut down. Some people still come and tell you it's not happening. For those who are watching on Facebook or watching on TikTok, you might not see the videos I'm showing. I am playing the video of today's sit at home. How Biafra land is shut down. So if you want to see the video, you can only join me on David Hubbard channel on YouTube. If you follow me on David Hubbard channel on YouTube, you can be able to see the videos I'm playing. Monday, 6th day of 2025. Some of them will come and tell you, oh, sit at home is not holding. Oh, nobody sit at home. Oh, they are lying. Biafran people made their choice. They made their choice. That is it. Police stations shut down. Everywhere shut down, including their police stations and the offices shut down. You can't stop it. These are Biafran people willingly on their own without being forced. They give their choice. Of course, they will lose. How can you fight the will of the people and you win? You cannot win. The people will always win. 128%. Everywhere is shut down. You can see it for yourself. For those who are watching from the Hubbard channel, you can see everywhere is completely shut down. This is the referendum we are talking about. Physical referendum that is being conducted every Monday, and this has been going on for more than 3 years. Stay counting. This has been going on, and we will continue to do this until we are completely out of the zoo. If we continue to happen, it doesn't matter the blackmail, the propaganda. It will stop us. You know, they tell us from before. Dear friends are committed to exit. Very, very committed. It doesn't matter what anybody is trying to preach there, trying to paint us what we are not. Biafran people are already out. And no amount of your blackmail or propaganda will make us to stop doing what we are doing or say, oh, we will not fight for Biafra again because you, who? Because you did what? Because you are what? These were the update posted some few minutes ago. The USB government, under the leadership of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, represented by the Deputy Prime Minister NGOZI, has made sure that the citizens are carried along as we continue to intensify our nation building in accordance with the international law. Exactly. International law supports civil disobedience, not enforced people on their own, willingly sitting at home. And I believe that the whole world is watching. And at the end of the day, we have made a point, and our voice will be heard across the whole world. I welcome my brother who has joined me on the platform, Good John. Thank you for joining me, Good John. Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear from you, Good John, if you're there. If you're there, let's hear from you, Good John. Unmute yourself and speak to us.
Yeah, my good brother.
You're welcome.
My good brother, I have unmuted myself. Good morning from here. Good morning.
You're welcome. Good morning, my brother.
How is it? How is your... Yeah. Good morning from here. I am speaking from Biafra land.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. You're welcome.
Yeah. Please, I've been looking for a way to contact any of you supporting Madam NGOZIOrabueze. It has been long, right from Mazin and Dekalo. I've been following, when Mazin and Dekalo was with us, in the palace. We have been there from 2017 when Operation Python came and do their shenanigan and their rubbish. But the main thing that make me to join you right now is what the COS, NGOZIOrabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister, posted on what she said that about the recruitment of the Biafran soldiers.
Yeah.
Though before I go into that, I don't know if I will say that online here, but I would like to get at least your WhatsApp number so that we can talk later. But before that, I want to tell everyone who are here, who are listening, who knows the truth, those who are fighting for the freedom of Biafra, genuinely, all the genuine Biafran freedom fighters. I want to let them know that the Madam NGOZIOrabueze is the right person and standing for Biafrans. Because there are so many things going on. When Mazin and Dekalo was kidnapped in Kenya, brought back to Nigeria, rendition back to Nigeria, many people was fighting against Simon Ekpa. And I told them that I have made my investigations and I have asked and I have found out that Mazi Simon Ekpa is the right person, not DOS. Now, Mazi Simon Ekpa has been arrested, and many people are fighting Mazi, many people are fighting Madam NGOZIOrabueze, and I have told them again, I have made my investigations and I have found out that Madam NGOZIOrabueze or Dr. NGOZIOrabueze is the right person fighting for Biafra. And that is why I have come out to make myself clear, because I've been looking for a way to contact her and there is no way to contact her because many things are going on. Trust now, many people are sabos everywhere, criminals everywhere, looking for their pocket.
Exactly.
Honestly, I would like to get your WhatsApp number so that we can talk personally on WhatsApp concerning the security aspect, because I want to be part of it, and I want to join, and I want to fight for my country.
Okay,
God
you take
bless
down
you.
my WhatsApp number. If you have a pen there, take down my WhatsApp number.
Okay, let me use my second phone. Go ahead, sir.
+447
+447
864
64
397
397
169.
169. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. +44764
No. +447
3971
You got it wrong.
+447.
Yeah. 864.
Okay. 864.
Yeah. Then 397.
Okay. 864 397.
Yeah. Then finally 196.
196.
No, 169. Sorry, 169. Not
Please,
169.
please. Sorry.
169. Can you call it if you? Let me see what you wrote.
Please, can you start afresh so that?
Okay.
Can you start?
Okay. Okay.
+447.
Yeah. 864. Are you there? Are you there? I can't hear you anymore. I guess he has had a network problem. Good John, are you still there?
Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you
I'm
now.
still here.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I start afresh. I start it afresh. So I write +44.
Yeah.
Okay.
786.
786.
439.
439.
7169.
439.
Yeah. 7169.
Okay.
You got it?
I wrote 439 here.
After 439, then you write 7169.
719.
7169.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
So you can send me a message after my program. After the program, then we can communicate.
I will do just that. I will do just that because it's very important.
Okay. Thank you. So any other thing? Go ahead. Any other thing you want to say before I go over to the next person? I think good Greg, you are having a network problem also. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's me. Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Good Greg, good John. I'm not sure he can be able to get it again. Okay, let's go over to the next person. Let's Greg, are you there, Greg? Let me hear from you, Greg. Speak to us. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother choose. I don't know if I'm coming clear because I'm on the road.
Okay, yeah, loud and clear. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm just driving. So I have to join to add my own opinion to the discussion of today. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Greetings to everybody in the house. So what I want to say is this: that you know what the Musa and the most of them are trying to do here, they want to put fear into Biafrans, especially those people that are on the ground, those people that is at home. Because anytime they want to hear, they want to extradite somebody, everybody will start panicking, you know. So that is a systematic way of making our people to be afraid. And they know when you are afraid, you are weak.
Yes.
So that is one thing they must know. All those things cannot stop what we are doing. So anything they like, let them do. I just had when they were interviewing this guy, what do you call him, Musa. He said he's not afraid to go to ICCs. So I thank God they know that the time of ICC is coming. It's drawing very, very close.
Exactly.
So go to Buhari, go to what do you call him, Buratai, and all of them, both the former commissioner of police, both the former defense, this including the one of Bangida, Buhari, and all of them. They should get ready because it's good that they start having the feelings of the time of ICC is running very, very close. So that is a very good time and very good sign. So no matter what they do, we are not shaking. We know what is here. We know what is going on. So it's only the people in the home that are trying to put fear on them. But let them be strong. Nothing is happening. It's not. Adeshi. That is my message today.
Yes,
so yes. So that is my little contribution this time because I'm still on the way. So thank you, my brother, and God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. Thank you. Drive carefully and wish you all safety out there. Stay blessed. Thank you so much. Let's hear from Onyenwowa. Go ahead and speak to us. Onyenwowa, you there? Unmute yourself, Onyenwowa, and speak to us.
Took survivor.
My brother, you're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
I just want to salute you. Thank you for the good job that you are doing over there. It's not easy.
Thank you, my brother.
It is good sometimes as they give us a room like this so that it will not be only your opinion. If we go 267 can be doing like that also always. Then everybody shift in his opinion. To counter all this shenanigans, all these fallen angels are talking all over in the Twitter because they are dying already. As for Musa Corp don't fool since in fact the whole zoo terrorists, their corp don't fool since almost 10 years for now. Because I don't know why international ICC, whether is what they are benefiting from the zoo country called Nigeria. They're supposed to have taken action to all this you said?
You are right. They should have been taking action long before now.
Oh, long before, long time ago. Long time ago, these people have committed enough genocide. apart from Biafra genocide. They have committed a lot of atrocity. But I don't know why this, they don't, that's why I'm saying sometimes, these white people, I don't know what they call black people. Everything is over there. Everything is over there. They are the one corrupting all these black people, black leaders. They don't want to take action simply because you are benefiting from them one way and the other. You don't want to take action. I saw the interview in Twitter when they were asking Musa if you would like this. When you even looking at his body, you will see that he is even shaking. When you look his body movement, he is shaking already. You understand? So what if they want to take action? Let them take action, not to come on social media, because more they are delaying, these terrorist soldiers will be killing a lot of people. How can you integrate a known terrorist into your military? And somebody is asking a question, while you have seen the commitment from their the way they operate. How can you live where terrorists are and you go to the place that people are living and be throwing bomb, not one, not two, and you call that a mistake? How can you leave people that are fighting for? How can you be killing people that are fighting for their survival, for their freedom? Instead of you yourself to go into the bush and face the Biafra Liberation Army, you leave the place and go to the to people's house, burning their homes. These people have committed a lot of atrocity, and what they can do is just to come and social media start interviewing him. He was talking about our leader PM, that he has submitted some paper. Why can't he go there? I thought when you submit paper, you go there and defend yourself. That paper that he submitted over there, is it that paper is going to speak for himself? These people are afraid. They are so much afraid because they have committed a lot of atrocity in Nigeria. They have committed a lot of atrocity, which is Americans know. The whole world already know. I don't know why they are wasting time asking only question. He said they submitted their paper that they will. Which kind of talk with that? Did the Finland have any relationship waiting at the corner with the Nigeria government? Or did they think Nigeria government, Finland is like Kenya, all these African countries that can release their citizens just like that? After our prime minister have torn his passport in the social media. You don't even know where he belongs now. Only Biafra is in his place. When we restore Biafra and chase away all those terrorists in uniform in our land, then if you want to deport him, that means you carry him and come to Biafra land. You see? Because he has already denounced Nigeria since how many years ago? Didn't they see it on social media? I don't know what is wrong with these people, their mentality. That's why sometimes I'm very angry with these guys that we are fighting freedom with. You have declared Biafra, we have redeclared Biafra. What are you waiting for again? To chase away the terrorists in uniform in your land? To bombard the whole barracks in your land? And you are there acting on social media. Biafra Liberation Army social media. That's what we got. Social media na basaga. You leave what you're supposed to do. You come onto social media on Twitter. Now basaga. The whole military, Biafra Liberation Army, on social media basaga. Kaita me perform. Kaita me declare go Biafra. Our prime minister NGOZI so many times. Ogwaruno strike at the barracks, strike at the checking point. Onye si order we may ignore. Instead of oh yeah feel somehow obiakwa make them encourage again. See if they did not strike it today, they will strike it tomorrow. Not that they will not come, they will not strike it. Others will not defend here, but these guys are not carrying his order. That is why sometimes I see what in our CSO have saw, because he's the next person. Apart from our PM, he's the next person. He have so many things. These people are compromised go so much. How can a PM give order? How many times when you go order? Several times. You have a barracks upon all the ammunition. Amamu have ammunition in our supply here. Amamu, I don't know because I've never used it. Ammunition in our PM shifted to these people. I have not seen where they use it. Whether they have sold it, I don't know. Our PM have given several orders. These people did not carry it out. Strike the barrack. What did it take you people to strike the barracks? When you strike one barrack, the whole military, the force military in Haji Abia, they will not use that force to come to you people again. Everywhere now, checking point. Everywhere now, checking point. Soldier, checking point. Soldiers, checking point. You people are not acting anything. That's why our CSO said every state will now have its own military. So that those who are not along Gabo Road, those military, they will strike them. Then they don't Anambra strike their own. They don't strike their own. Then let's chase these people out for once. We no stay now can't out this thing. This our CSO now try in a help. But you people are not doing anything. I don't know because of why they are not paying you people. Okay, now she has said that you people will be receiving money so that we'll have more recruitment. So that you people will be more serious. And these useless people are in Hana fight for freedom. Still in our country. Useless people everywhere. Thank you, my brother. Keep on the good work that you are doing.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. You have just said it all. Time have gone when we are talking as an organization. Just as you said, it is very clear that many people in the struggle has been disobeying the prime minister. When he gives order, they will not carry it out and they pretend that they are with him. You have seen it mainly on the cabinet. The cabinet today that is fighting against the government of Mazi Simon and the cabinet that we are supposed to work for him. People who have signed an agreement to work for him today, they are the one working against him and fighting against him, pushing different kinds of lies and blackmail propaganda here and there. But that will not stop us, and it will not stop us in any way. We, the Biafran people, have made up our mind that we are going to be free, and no human being will make us to walk away from our freedom or begin to talk something else apart from what we have always known. So every Biafran, wherever you are, you must continue to pay attention. Nigeria is not for us. Biafra have been declared, and we must remain consistent and follow up on that declaration. No amount of propaganda, no amount of blackmail of the enemy will make us to go back. It is forward ever and backward never. So every one of us that is here watching, anywhere you are watching from, don't think that we are doing anything wrong. We are not doing anything wrong. What we are fighting to do is legitimate right, supported by international law, supported by African charter law, supported by every law that is known to man. And that is why when you are following it up, you don't have to be afraid. Self-determination is your right. Self-defense is your right. Right to life is also your right. And nobody will take away that right from us. The international community agrees with us. And the fight we are fighting is what they are calling out. And I want us to listen to this very video.
Supporter of the principles that people have a right to choose their own form of government.
Absolutely clear. There is no room for double standards. International law must be protected always and everywhere without any ambiguity. In Ukraine, in the Middle East, and everywhere in the world, this is our global.
In these annual debates, we need to remind ourselves of the principles that led to the founding of the United Nations. Among those are peaceful coexistence and self-determination of peoples.
And there was hope back then, and some are also hoping now, that territorial concessions to the aggressor would bring peace. History has proved that giving up territory for peace has too often led and will lead to further aggressions. To achieve peace, we will have to learn from our own mistakes. Failure to do so would bring a colossal cost in human lives across the globe.
The solution of a conflict, in our view, has to be, like some of my colleagues have already said, based on a comprehensive, just and lasting, enduring peace, founded on the principles of international law and the United Nations Charter.
Emerging economies with the goal of finding a path to peace. Canada will always be a strong voice for peace, democracy, freedom, and the international rule of law.
Chile, my country, as a small nation in the south of the world, with a population of 20 million inhabitants, understands that only adherence to international law and the protection of human rights can ensure peace.
Freedom is an inalienable right and a natural entitlement that cannot be denied to any people.
Nigeria, having advocated in 2024 for the independent state of Palestine, should be bold enough to also accept the outcome of the Biafra self-referendum in peace or in pieces.
You have all seen it and heard it. So whatever we are doing today is our right. We are not committing any crime anywhere. We're not doing anything wrong. Every single thing we are doing today is according to law. International law supports every action we are taking today. And nobody will stop us from what we are doing. We are pursuing the right cause, and we are pursuing our freedom. Wherever you are today, it is Monday, and today Monday is one of the days that we embark on civil disobedience, and the whole world is watching. A day that we come to demand the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the release of every Biafran political prisoner, wherever they may be. More especially those ones they take to the north and other prisons in the north. Many of our brothers are missing. Many are languishing in different prisons in Nigeria. Not because they committed any crime, only because they identified as Biafrans. They have made it a crime for you to identify yourself as a Biafran, and we say enough is enough. After the declaration of Biafra that we have done, there is nothing to wait for. All we need to do now is to focus, and continue to pursue the restoration of Biafra undeterred. That is what we're supposed to do. Let nobody allow him or herself to be deceived. Let nobody allow him or herself to be denied. We must focus and continue to pursue our collective interest of freedom. And I bet you freedom we will have. Anison, are you there? Are you there, Anison? If you're there, Anison, speak on. Let's hear you.
Good morning from my end here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Good morning. Go ahead.
Thank you. Well done for the job you are doing. We continue to appreciate you and our well-meaning medias. Even though we cannot thank you for enough, but I know that heaven will reward you all.
Amen.
Yes, I always appreciate your good work. And I want to say something in respect of the visit of this dead man to Enugu. Actually, if anybody will watch it very well and observe really what has happened in that visit, he has done that actually because our PM is not with us for the time being. I knew quite well EPM is around. This hopeless man will not have that ball to organize any visit. Not talk of Mr. Drug Baron, the shameless and the most corrupted, the number 3rd corrupted president to visit the Biafran land. But if you observe those, the welcoming chanting on the way, those people you saw, everybody will quite understood that there are people that are being paid to chant that welcoming song for the drug baron called Tinubu. There is no Biafrans, and if it was really that Biafrans welcome him or the Biafrans in Enugu gave him a welcome ovation, we have a tradition of welcoming people. Did you see any of such being exhibited? Like our dancing system and all the rest, you see people, you see a high ovation. Even when he was making his speech, the background was just a kind of background that you were hearing the sound of clapping, but you cannot see anybody that you will not see those people clapping. So all this criminal attitude and propaganda they are doing, I don't think we'll take them anywhere. But one thing I want to beg those of us that are very close to this authority in Finland, please, I want them to be much more committed to the issue of our PM. Let's not take it for granted. Let it not be it will cut us on our ear. Because Nigeria is good in propaganda, but in all of their propaganda, they are failing. And one thing that used to bore me much is that no one knew that Nigeria is a kind of a blatant liar. They don't have conscience. Each time the CDS, the Fulani accomplice, is called on an interview, you begin to tell the people that you don't know the intent of those who are this and that. What is the intent he's talking about when the whole evil and atrocities they are committing is in the open? The last Saturday he was on Al Jazeera interview where he was the news the man interviewing him was telling him that he should prepare to go to ICC in Hague to defend all the nonsense that they are committing. And he was busy talking that some people are having an intent to dislodge Nigeria and destabilize their country. Anytime they are making a way, somebody making what way? This is a propaganda nation. These are people whose conscience is dead. CDS Musa is a full-time blatant liar, a liar that is well known. It is in their nature that every time they come around when they want to set up a propaganda and to deceive their gullible citizens. They will tell you that they are fighting very hard to restore the security in their country. They have killed 1,000 terrorists and insurgency. They have dislodged them in numbers. But then, they will never show you even one dead body of that terrorist that they killed. It's just a kind of a false narrative. They're always building to deceive the gullible and to build their propaganda before the international committee. Well, it is quite open that all this thing is lie. And everybody, like me calling you, I'm calling from the zoo. What we are seeing happening in the zoo is unbearable. And let me tell us the truth. The issue of Nnamdi Kanu and PM is something that any reasonable Biafra should not take for granted. This is a shame to Biafrans and Igbo race in particular. Something that cannot be done to any other tribe in this enclave, this corrupt enclave, is always been meted to the Biafrans. And most especially a figure. We have really our enemies within. The whole political figures in Biafra land, the whole world knew that they are not part of us. Or is it that the whole world is not aware that we have casted votes of no confidence on them? They should by now know that these are not representing us. Rather, they are a stooge working for the interest of the Fulani Caliphate. But just a mere self-interest of what they are gaining, and thereby taking the life of more than 80 million of people. We are tired of this nonsense. I am calling, please. It is very, very obvious that the fallacy of the Inkere and the Baba and group Akarawa is becoming much more obvious, and every Biafran is saying that they don't have anything. And as COS, DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, every move she's taking is on the right direction. But I'm pleading and begging her, please, let us try to see how we can get those who have the strength and the power to always be by the side of Simon Ekpa in Finland. Let whatever that will be done, please let it be. That our PM should be out. You know this answer, we need him. If he's around by now, I know the level would have gone. Last time the useless Inkere was saying that PM has done the one he can do. As if maybe in their planning, they'll set it in a way that PM will never return again. So sometimes some of this commentary, we have to take it very serious and make sure that it doesn't work out the way they plan it. Because as it stands, these people, they are out. They can do everything at their disposal to make sure that they stop us. But one thing I thank God for that, For the fact that we are not able to stop the declaration that took place last December in Finland, that is where they failed. And that is where God has fully manifested his power and glory to ensure that the Biafrans are freed and the Biafran nation is fully restored. The declaration stands as a victory for us. It does not matter how long it's going to take. For them, please, I am begging that let's always do everything possible to unite the minds of disabled Biafrans and make them stand in support of all that the COS is doing. We should not be surprised seeing Nkere, Akwarawa and their group having their colleagues. Every man of his sincerity will definitely connect a man of his sincerity.
Of course.
So all you are seeing that are following them, they are people who are not part of us. They never support this movement. They are they are living in pain and frustration, waiting for any slight mistake, so that they will come in and express their evil joy. So this is sincerity you see, the devil has those that will follow him, and any corrupt mind is having people that is backing it up. So these people that is the few selected few that are following Inkere and their group are the people who are insincere. They are not part of us. Some of them are not even Biafrans. So we have to stand up and do everything possible. And for Nigerian propaganda, even the visit of Tinubu is just a pure and a mere propaganda. But Mba and all these politicians in Biafra land will be in for it. They are not part of us, and it is quite clear. No one should know. I know that they knew that we will cast a vote of no confidence on them, and they knew that these people are not part of us. That is why they are ready to take 8 million of their people just for their own stomach. And what will it be? What is going to be their gain? They are thinking that they are said because they are fools. You know, a fool does not know that he's a fool. It's only a wise man that knows a fool is a fool. A foolish man believes that he's wise. In their own thinking and dealings, they are thinking that they have been their exhibitions has been wise and in the right direction. But I've never seen people who's as fool and very stupid as the politicians in Biafra land. They are vultures. And that is why somebody was arguing and asked, if not that we have been subjected to slavery, how could somebody who came forth in an election, scoring not up to 90,000 votes, imagine as the governor of a state?
I wonder.
What do you think is relating to that? And some idiots are still there, wallowing in a kind of brain damages. Although I'm not surprised. What people are passing through in this corruption, in this corrupt entity that they call Nigeria, is enough to damage a lot of people's brain. Those that are standing firm are surviving by the grace of God. Nigeria is a hell. It is better somebody being in a hell than being in a kind of enclave of this kind. For those who are far from the scene, or some idiots who have some little change, thinking that the money is part of their future or help them, they don't know that they're in mess. Their money cannot save them. When the plan is succeeded in implementing what the agenda they has. I was with a friend who is in the system in Nigeria and another. He told me one black that it is the Eastern that actually resisting the plan is. That if not, that they succeeded to conquer the whole zoo. That I should not even think that the Yorubas are there busy ranting and they're disgracing themselves, thinking that they're hating the Igbos. Their hatred for us with passion does not stop them from being destroyed and dismantled by the Fulani Caliphate. The whole of the Yoruba land is surrounded. Their bush is no more secured. The Fulanis are just waiting for any little thing that will trigger their anger so that they will unleash mayhem on the Yorubas, that they will pay them in their coin of what they are bargaining. Each time they come out on their dirty platform, like the useless so-called Babajide, see him psychologically, you know that he's a useless man. He's one of the haters of the Igbos. Sometimes they are being carried away. They don't even know when they voice out their hatred for the Igbos. They can't even maintain the professional ethics of not showing their wicked intent for us. But my analysis, these lost ones, the prodigal sons in Biafra land. Please, you have to look into their activities, especially from the politicians. It's time enough. God is not fighting, and we don't have to spare this opportunity. Please, I am still begging that those of you that are much more close to authorities, please should help and encourage many Biafrans. The Biafrans should stand out and not take anything for granted. But if such a thing can happen in Finland today, that means we should not have that kind of guarantee. We never believe that anything that we are taking Finland as our brothers when Biafra come. We are believing that a Biafran will fly to Finland without visa, and a Finland man will fly to Biafra without visa, because they've helped us a lot. They've shown us a kind of a solidarity that we have never received from any country of the world. But along the line, it happened that the wicked ones, the enemies within, came up with an agenda, and Finland was able to make a step to even invite our PM for interrogation. Please, I want us to stand up and not relent, seeing it that maybe that confidence we have viewed and trust we have for Finland. I know that in everything they are still trying their best, and what they are doing will at the end of the day be a kind of a good one for us. But at the end of it, the coming out of PM is going to mark the end of Nigeria finally. It's going to bring the collapse of Nigeria in total. So, but to them, they are gallivanting, thinking that they succeeded. They don't know that what they don't know is coming on them, and that hell is already coming on them, and it's not going to take much time. So sometimes I used to feel worried, but I am too much concerned. Please, let's do everything possible, not allowing this useless enclave, the devilish home called Nigeria, to succeed in extraditing PM. Such should not take place, please. But we need him, because as soon as he's done with this interrogation, it's giving us an upper hand, because Nigeria will surely go to The Hague to face the petition against them at the international courts. And this is an opportunity. It is what they are doing to PM that is resulting to that interview that you see at Jazeera granting to the CDS Musa last Saturday. And that is just a tip of an iceberg. A lot more is coming, and Nigeria should be prepared. They are going to face the shame and humiliation. But Biafrans must not relent. I want all hands to be on deck. And I thank you, Sachuk, for the good work you are doing.
Thank you.
And I pray that God will keep all of us to meet on Biafra soil, where we're going to celebrate the glory and the power of God. Because I know certainly we're marching on the path of triumphant victory. And no man born of a woman that can stop it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that amazing and wonderful contribution. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate every Biafran that have listened to us. Remember, today is sit at home. Excuse me. Wherever you are, remember today is sit at home. We must all participate on that very sit at home. Be careful and always be security conscious where you go at every given point in time. It is very important. The restoration of Biafra has started on the ground, and nothing will stop it. As for our Prime Minister, Simon, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, nothing is going to happen to him. He is going to join us sooner than you expect. He's going to join us, and no human being will stop him from joining us. As for Simon, some of us, why some of us get scared or get confused is because we are not paying attention and we have forgotten the profile of our Prime Minister Simon in Finland. His profile is not just an immigrant that you can just take like that. He's not just a citizen of Finland. You're not just a citizen that you just take like that and nobody will say anything. And some people seem to forget. And there is a very great difference between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa when it comes to the international level and their citizenship. There is a very great difference that we must always understand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB, we respect him so much and he's very dear to our heart, and we appreciate every good thing he has done. He's a very sincere and very straightforward person who has continued to make sacrifice in the front line up to today. and he's still making sacrifice. And we will never, ever forget him. We will never, ever disappoint him, and will never, ever leave him. That is why when Master Simon Ekpa came, he introduced himself as a disciple, and he has never, ever stepped away from that discipleship. He has always said it that he will never disappoint Master Nnamdi. Master Nnamdi, he himself was one of the reasons why Master Nnamdi was betrayed. His appearance into the struggle was one of the reasons they attacked Master Nnamdi, and some people still confess it up to today. And in the era of Master Simon Ekpa, I want you all to know that he is very, very strong on the ground. He is not somebody you can push around. Master Simon Ekpa, don't forget that Master Simon Ekpa is not just a citizen of Finland. He is a politician, an active politician in a ruling party in Finland. He has served as a councillor in that Finland. Master Simon Ekpa served in their military, Finnish military. He served. Master Simon Ekpa is a lawyer. He has a law firm in Finland. With all this profile, there is nothing you can do about Master Simon Ekpa that will be done in secret. If Master Simon Ekpa commits any offense, it will be made public and the whole world will see it. If there's anything going on anywhere, you're going to see it. So the silence you are seeing, it is wanted. And Master Simon Ekpa is aware. And if you're out there, you think that the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NGOZI is not communicating or getting information, you are ignorant. If you somehow believe that nobody is hearing from him, the Deputy Prime Minister is not hearing from him, he's not getting from you, are ignorant. And that is why you are worried. When you hear the propaganda of the zoo, you get worried. The zoo has nothing to offer except propaganda. That is why our Prime Minister warned us of this propaganda you are seeing today. Our Prime Minister warned us. He warned before time, when the time was drawing very close. He knew that this thing will happen, and he warned us. I want to remind you of that warning before we close this program.
As we are getting closer and closer to the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, coming December 2nd, I want you to understand that in the coming days, there is going to be a lot of propaganda, a lot of lies, media propaganda, manipulation. You must not fall for it. You must not fall a victim of their media propaganda. Simon Ekpa is standing very strong on this planet Earth. I am marching strongly, getting stronger day by day. And I want to assure you that Simon Ekpa is not moved by any shenanigan, by any propaganda or name calling. And we will continue to increase the pressure and the defense of our land brutally.
That was our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, warning us before this time that we should be very aware of the propaganda of the enemy. And today, those propaganda is flying right and left and center, and you're worried. Don't get worried. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this program. I thank everyone that have participated in one way or the other, and I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide us, protect us, and secure us. Do not be afraid. Do not be worried. Do not be scared. Victory is definitely ours. Thank you for being part of the program. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I appreciate every one of you that have participated on this program. Thank you for being part of the program. Hopefully, I'll be back again in the evening by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, and we will continue to disseminate this information and let the world know what is going on. Thank you and stay blessed.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, well, maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before we did.
I want to encourage every Biafrans to be very, very, very resolute and focused. The difference between us, the Biafra people, and those that are blackmailing and propagating all manner of falsehood against us is that they are two-faced people, corrupt, very unbalanced people, and we are not two-faced. These people that are parading and spreading all this falsehood against us are those who believe in Biafra and they believe in Nigeria.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So on that note, I welcome everyone lives. How New Dimension Media has saved their lives. You will see all that when you go to the website www.newdimensionmonday.org. Those individuals spreading lies on social media, either they know, but they want to continue to do what they do by using the name of Obato Obie to go and start propagating lies to unsuspecting Biafrans who may or may not believe them. But one thing we know is that they will be relegated to the trash can of Biafra history. That is where they will end up in. As our own Adono has said, and as our finance minister has said, our prime minister is fully aware of the functioning and the modus operandi of New Dimension Mandate. All the people that are working on the back end of New Dimension Mandate, our prime minister is fully aware of them. So when they say that our local bank account is tied to an Islamic bank, this, that, these are all propaganda. And I tell people, Biafrans do not discriminate against anybody. We are a nation that uphold the dignity of every individual. We uphold the equality. We uphold the rights of every citizen. Biafra and New Dimension Monday makes the world a better place. So those individuals that comes out to castigate other tribes, other religions, they are not part of building of Biafra. Even our own leader, Nnamdi Kanu, when he was in prison before, he paid for Hausa citizens to gain their freedom from the DSS dungeon of Nigerian government. Nnamdi Kanu did that. So anybody that comes out today to create that division between Biafrans and the Hausas or anybody, that individual is not propagating the message of either our leader Nnamdi Kanu or our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. These are non-entities that have no place in the history of the United States of Biafra.
Biafra.
Going around deceiving non-suspecting individuals, getting people confused, getting people to think negatively about what our Prime Minister has set up. And
oh Mama Biafra, where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. With Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, oh I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.